They always warned us not to camp near Red Creek. That land's cursed, old Mr. Tanner used to say, spitting tobacco into a cracked jar. Goatman roams there. He mimics voices, hunts at night, and if he calls your name, don't answer, ever. We laughed, of course. We were just a group of teenagers desperate for a weekend away. Horror stories? That's what we wanted. S'mores, ghost tales, some cheap thrills in the woods, nothing more. But Red Creek wasn't just another forest. It was a place that watched you back. We arrived late Friday. Me, Daniel, Carla, and Max parked the Jeep by the old Ranger Trail and hiked 2 miles in. The forest was unnaturally quiet, like every bird had been scared off years ago. Trees loomed over us, twisted and gnarled like arthritic hands. Red Creek itself? Murky, more sludge than water. We pitched our tents close anyway. By midnight we were sitting by the fire, laughing about the Goatman. Max even did a fake bah and scratched his head with sticks to act like horns. That's when we heard it. A voice, from the dark. Daniel. It was faint, high-pitched, wrong, like someone trying to sound like a person and failing. Daniel froze. Who the hell was that? Carla said. It sounded like it came from the trees. Probably just a raccoon, Max joked, tossing a log on the fire. Sparks jumped like startled spirits. But we all felt it. Something was nearby, watching. We called it a night and zipped into our tents. Mine was closest to the creek. Around 2:30 a.m. I woke up to the sound of gurgling. Not the creek, something. Breathing? Then came the smell, wet fur, copper, and rot. I peeked out through a sliver in the flap. There he was, standing at the edge of the fire pit, 7 feet tall, maybe more. Muscles like tree trunks, goat legs, a human torso covered in patchy, diseased fur. But the face, it was human. Too human. The features didn't match, like someone had stitched together several faces to make a fake one. Eyes too wide apart, lips too small, the skin drooped on one side like melted wax. 2 giant horns curled back from its forehead, and in one hand it held Max's hoodie. I covered my mouth to keep from screaming. Then it spoke. Max? But it didn't come from its mouth, it came from behind me. Max's voice, perfectly mimicked. Guys, let me in. It's cold out here. But I knew. Max was in his tent across the camp, or so I thought. I scrambled out, flashlight in hand, and darted to Max's tent. Empty, still zipped shut, but no Max. I ran to Daniel and Carla, yelling for them to wake up. When I told them Max was gone, Daniel grabbed his hunting knife. Not funny, he muttered, voice trembling. Then we heard Max again. Carla, where are you guys? His voice echoed, from the trees, and again, from the other direction. Daniel swung his light wildly. He's screwing with us. No, Carla whispered. That's not Max. We stood frozen as the woods erupted in overlapping whispers. Daniel, Daniel, Daniel. Help me. He's got me. Max, Max, Max. It was like the forest had learned our names. We tried to leave at sunrise, but the trail? Gone. Completely vanished, like the forest had shifted overnight. We walked in circles for hours, always ending up back at Red Creek. Then we found Max's boot. Just one, torn and soaked in something dark. Carla started crying. Daniel cursed under his breath, gripping his knife like a lifeline. That night, we didn't sleep. At 3 a.m., Daniel went to pee behind a tree. He never came back. We heard him scream once, and then silence. When we ran to look, there was only his knife, snapped in half, buried in the ground. The whispers returned. But now, they used Daniel's voice. Hey guys, I'm okay, just follow my voice. Come on. I found a way out. But we didn't follow. Carla was shivering uncontrollably. He's picking us off, one by one. It wants to be us. We heard footsteps circling the tent that night. Heavy, hooved. Something brushed against the fabric. Then, Carla's voice from outside. Let me in, please. It's so dark out here. But she was right next to me, sobbing. The zipper began to move. I grabbed it and yanked it shut with shaking hands. It didn't try again. By morning, Carla was catatonic, staring at the trees like they were about to open up and swallow us. I carried her as far as I could before collapsing near the creek. Then I saw him, the Goatman, standing on the other side of the water, holding something in his hand. Daniel's face, like a mask. He placed it over his own and smiled. Then he stepped into the creek and began to cross. I ran. I didn't stop. I don't know how, but I made it out. Crawled onto the Ranger Road just as a patrol truck came by. They found me covered in mud and blood and screaming about a creature with many voices. They never found the others. Not a trace. Sometimes I still hear them. Daniel, Max, Carla, always from the woods behind my house. always at 3 a.m., and sometimes it says my name too.